The concept of the nuclear family is fading away when it comes to raising children. People have started to realize that families exist in all different sizes and forms, and that raising a kid doesn't always need a certain kind of family. The notion that the ideal family structure consists of a mother and father and 2 children has fallen out of favor. There are really a lot of successful individuals in our society who, for a variety of reasons, were raised without their father. Let's go and find out which celebrities never knew their dad. Jeff Bezos. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos was born to a 17-year-old mother in 1964. Although his father, Ted Jorgensen, was around for his son's first moments, he left when he had barely turned 1. In 1968, when he was 4 years old, the young Jeff was adopted by his mother's new husband, Mike Bezos. It was at that point that his name was changed from Jorgensen. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, one of the most popular sex symbols of the 20th century, never really knew who her father was. Growing up, she mostly used her mother's surname, Baker. Monroe's mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, had 2 children before Marilyn, son Robert and daughter Bernice, but Marilyn didn't even know she had a sister until she was 12 years old. Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time, did actually meet his father, Roy Henry Jackson, but only twice in his life. Jackson was raised by his mother in Tennessee, while his father lived away from the family in Missouri. His father eventually died of alcoholism. 50 Cent. Curtis James Jackson III, or 50 Cent to most of the world, never met his father. For the first few years of his life he was brought up by his mother, Sabrina. After his mother tragically passed away in a fire when he was just 8 years old, Jackson was raised by his grandmother. His father never played a part in his upbringing. LeBron James. NBA hero LeBron James was born to a 16-year-old single mother, Gloria Marie James, in 1984. His father, who is believed to be Anthony McClelland, was out of the picture. During his early years, James's mother struggled to find work and eventually she allowed him to move in with Frank Walker, the football coach who introduced him to basketball. Colin Kaepernick. Football star Colin Kaepernick was given up for adoption by his birth mother, Heidi Russo, when he was 6 weeks old. The identity of his biological father remains unknown. In 2013, Russo told Mail Online that she wasn't prepared to share the identity of the quarterback's father and added that he had never acknowledged his son. Jack Nicholson. Prolific actor Jack Nicholson, who is best known for films such as The Shining, was raised by his grandparents. He never knew his father and believed his mother was his sister for years. Speaking about when he learned his sister was actually his mother, Nicholson said it was a pretty dramatic event, but it wasn't what I'd call traumatizing. I was pretty well psychologically formed. Steve Jobs. Just like Colin Kaepernick, Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was adopted at a young age and never met his biological father. Unlike Kaepernick, however, the identity of his father is known. Jobs' biological father, Abdul Fattah Jandali, was a Syrian immigrant from an Arab Muslim family. He was never accepted by the Catholic family of Jobs' biological mother, Joanne Schiebel. Eric Clapton. Singer Eric Clapton's mother was just 16 years old when she had him, and he never knew his father. Like Jack Nicholson, he also grew up thinking his mother was his sister. In his Grammy-winning song, My Father's Eyes, Clapton sings about the father whom he never met, and who had passed away at the age of 65 in 1985. Adrian Grenier. Actor Adrian Grenier, who is best known for his portrayal of character Vincent Chase in the TV series Entourage, was born in New Mexico and raised by a single mother in New York. Grenier was estranged from his father, John Dunbar, while growing up. However, he did reach out and reconnect with him eventually, as told in the documentary, A Shot in the Dark. Daryl McDaniels. Musician Daryl McDaniels is a founding member of hip-hop group Run DMC and is another celebrity who was adopted shortly after he was born. His mother was unmarried when she gave birth to him and she gave him up to the New York foundling home. To this day the identities of his birth mother and father are unknown. Dave Thomas. Businessman Dave Thomas, who is best known for founding Wendy's, was adopted at a young age and never knew his biological parents. As an adult he was a well-known advocate for adoption. After his adoptive mother sadly passed away when he was just 5 years old, Thomas spent some time with his grandmother while his father moved around the country looking for work. Liv Tyler. Actress Liv Tyler, who is best known for playing Arwen Undomiel in the Lord of the Rings film trilogy, grew up believing that Todd Rundgren was her father, when in fact her father is Steven Tyler. The actress was the product of a short relationship between her mother and the Aerosmith frontman, and although she did meet him, it wasn't until she was 10 or 11. Makai Pfeiffer. Actor Makai Pfeiffer, who played Drive Greg Pratt in NBC's was raised by his mother, Rhoda Pfeiffer, in a single-parent household and never met his father. Very little is known about Pfeiffer's father, who abandoned his mother early on and was absent during his child's upbringing. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe for more information. Please do support us.